welcome back to the Jay Ravato Show. I don't think we had any sound on the last video, but now we do have sound. This is Pete Hegseth saying that he is going to stand strong and stand on the fact that he sent 500 troops. He's going to send them. Welcome back to the Jay Ravato Show. Happy Thanksgiving. This is Pete Hegseth saying that he's going to send 500 troops. 500. Why? Because it's getting out of hand. When you have someone as an in-home terrorist that shoot or shot two National Guardsmen in front of the nation's capital or near the nation's capital where the president usually would be, when you have that happen, when you have that take place, then you know that it's a really serious situation. Welcome back to the Jay Ravato Show. We're going to go ahead and get into what Pete Hegseth is saying about sending 500. That's right. 500 more National Guardsmen to Washington, D.C. Once again, welcome back to the Jay Ravato Show. Happy Thanksgiving.
Has been historic. The increase in safety and security has been historic. But if criminals want to conduct things like this, violence against America's best, we will never back down. President Trump will never back down. That's why the American people elected him. America and our warriors, our National Guardsmen, are strong. I want to start by saying after those meetings, myself and my team were notified that 2 National Guardsmen have been shot in Washington, D.C., critically wounded. The shooter shot in a cowardly, dastardly act targeting the best of America, heroes willing to serve in Washington, D.C., serve for people they don't know and they've never met because they love their country and their capital and their community. They were willing to do dangerous things others were not because they love their fellow Americans. Someone decided to turn that into targeting National Guardsmen. That will only stiffen our resolve. We will never back down. We will secure our capital. We will secure our cities. In fact, this happened just steps away from the White House. It will not stand. And that's why President Trump has asked me, and I will ask the Secretary of the Army to the National Guard, to add 500 additional troops, National Guardsmen, to Washington, D.C. This will only stiffen our resolve to ensure that we make Washington, D.C. safe and beautiful. The drop in crime has been historic. The increase in safety and security has been historic. But if criminals want to conduct things like this, violence against America's best, we will never back down. President Trump will never back down. That's why the American people elected him. America and our warriors, our National Guardsmen, are strong. And so we're following this very closely. We're getting information rapidly. I mentioned the faith of this country, the Christian faith, the prayers. I would ask for prayers for our National Guardsmen.
Excuse me, Mr. Pete.
Appeals to heaven for our National Guardsmen, for their families, on bended knee as a War Department, as a nation.
Excuse me.
We will never back down.
Excuse
And we think about them right now.
Venezuela.
We had a couple of great, productive meetings with the President and Minister of Defense here, where we.
You see how she tries to bring up Venezuela as a distraction. This is about what's going on right now. We're giving an update. This is Pete Hegseth telling you what's going on right now. And she's obviously being a reporter. She's going to talk about Venezuela. I think we have time to talk about that later, man. What do you think?
We are dedicated to the counter-cartel effort here. Criminality knows no boundaries, whether it's the United States of America and Washington, D.C., or it's the Caribbean and the Western Hemisphere. We are going to go after narco-terrorists. It will not stand. Our borders will be secure, whether it's the Dominican Republic or the United States of America, and we look forward to working with our partners to make it happen. You know, President Trump believes in a clear principle: peace through strength. You get peace by being strong. And if you're a narco-terrorist who wants to bring drugs to the United States of America, we will find you, we will fix you, and we will finish you, because we have all the rights in the world. We've got lots of attorneys and lots of intel analysts, and we know exactly who we're targeting and why. If you're involved in that conduct, we will kill you. It's that deadly serious because of the poison that has made its way into the American public for far too long.
Hey, man, that's Pete Hegseth talking about the 500 troops that he's going to send on in to the nation's capital. I'm so sorry, guys. And so what we have to understand and realize that is that this is serious. Right now, the safety of America is at the utmost top. It's at the top. It holds precedence over any and every little thing that you guys are thinking of right now. Any no King's rally or small-minded, low vibrational points and tactics that you guys are trying. It's bigger than that right now. And we have to understand that. We have to get into our heads and understand that this is bigger than that. The nation's security is bigger than that. Venezuela having boats of narcotics, sending over fentanyl that's going to be killing over 1 million Americans on a daily basis. People are dying due to fentanyl. And you guys don't think that that's necessary? I don't know. We're going to get into another video that I have for you guys. Okay, on this Thanksgiving Eve, I hope you guys have your drinks and your kit caboodles. We're going to watch this video of the suspect in custody. This is about a couple of hours ago, but actually, I'm going to play what Newsmax has to say.
Apparently, the president wants more troops to be deployed in D.C., Kelly?
Yeah, Connell, we're just hearing from the U.S. Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth. He's traveling today. He was in the Dominican Republic, and he went on the cameras just about 5 minutes or so ago and said that the president had asked for an additional 500 troops to be deployed to Washington, D.C. after this shooting. So that is just moments ago from the Secretary of War, saying that that is what the president has asked for, 500 additional troops. So that is a new development we're hearing about here as we wait for that press conference. Let me know if it does start, Connell, but we are still here on the corner of 18th and H, just a block or so away from where this all happened on 17th and I. Again, I was outside just a block or two away, right. And when this all happened, saw the cars moving closer and closer to that area. At that time, we didn't know what was happening, and then, of course, found out that 2 National Guardsmen were shot. We are waiting on exactly their condition. There's been conflicting reports, as you said, from the governor of West Virginia. So we're hoping to get some more clarity from this press conference happening any moment. Our colleagues Hannah Brand.
Well, what we do know on the Jay Ravato show is that there have been fatalities in this situation. But we're going to get back to this update here. But I think as of right now, there has been a fatality or 2.
And photographer Jordan Clifford are there waiting for that, and to also find out more information about the suspect, which we don't know much about that either, Connell.
Let me come back to you in a moment, Kelly, but we do have that clip from Secretary Hegseth that you referenced. Let's listen to Pete Hegseth, and we'll come back. Here it is.
2 National Guardsmen have been shot in Washington, D.C., critically wounded. The shooter shot in a cowardly, dastardly act, targeting the best of America.
So that's just, a generic comment, but the news out of it is what you said, Kelly, which is that the president wants 500 more troops in D.C. I said right before the break there were already a number of troops, just under 200, I believe, from West Virginia, about 180 in D.C. as of yesterday.
Yeah, and the president was just saying, and he often says at the White House, he was just saying when we were at the turkey pardon yesterday, how safe Washington, D.C. has been. He comments on that quite often. I know living here in D.C., we see the National Guard at pretty much every metro stop going to and from work. Comments on that quite often. I know living here in D.C., we see the National Guard at pretty much every metro stop going to and from work. I get off at the metro right where this happened. It's just 2 blocks from where we would walk into the White House. So the White House immediately going on lockdown, though the president is not here in Washington, D.C. He is on travel for the Thanksgiving holiday, as is much of the staff. So the White House today, the complex, very quiet, but there are a lot of people here outside of the White House, many tourists coming here for the Thanksgiving holiday, walking around outside that are now kind of pushed back from these streets. A lot lot of people walking by wondering what's going on here because there's still a lot of police activity, and the police tape still up behind me, as you see, Connell.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our News Nation.
Thank you so much for watching the Jay Rovato Show. This is all that we have right now on the nation's capital. National Guard, two members of the National Guard being shot, and that's horrific information. If you've ever heard information that is such horrific information, right before Thanksgiving, you have someone come out and wreak havoc on the streets of Washington, D.C. This is horrific. This is horrible to me, and I'm pretty sure that it's horrible to you guys that are listening. I don't understand the mind frame or the mentality of these in-home terrorists. And I know that maybe they just want everyone to be upset, and they're upset, and they want to wreak havoc on America. Or maybe they just don't like being here, which I think that they should leave and see their way out of America, so we can be all at peace here as we relax and enjoy our family a day before Thanksgiving. Okay. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This has been the Jay Rovato Show. I want you to have a very happy Thanksgiving. And until next time, I love you.